So let's have some real talk on Afghanistan. By now, you've heard that Joe Biden has no intention of extending the August 31st deadline. Now, that deadline was self-imposed by Joe Biden himself this entire time. And because he self-imposed it, well, the Taliban made it their red line. Last couple of days, they've been beating their chests saying, that's our red line, you have to be out by then. Now, our answer to that should always be, or what? What are you going to do about it? And if you try to get in the way of us getting our people out, we'll kill you. That should be our answer, just to be clear. Unfortunately, that's not Joe Biden's answer. And there's this claim by the administration that, look, anybody who wants to leave Afghanistan can leave, that there will be no Americans stranded. That's what Jen Psaki said. Anthony Blinken, the Secretary of State, has said that he's confident that we'll get all Americans out by August 31st. This is a lie. This is a flat-out lie. We have sources on the ground, and I'm going to tell you right now what they're saying. What you could expect as an American citizen or an Afghan ally trying to make it to the gates of Kabul airport. It is an unbelievably bad situation. The truth is that the outer security perimeter, the first ID check that somebody goes through, is the Taliban. The State Department's actually enlisted the Taliban to check people's IDs. Now, I don't know what world we live in where we think we can trust that the Taliban is going to in a neutral way, go through people's passports and IDs and not try to take them away or stop them from coming in. Because the truth is, we've heard many, many reports, the Taliban are actively hunting American citizens in the streets of Kabul and, of course, throughout the country. And they're certainly actively hunting and killing people who worked with us, people like our interpreters. This is a fact. This is an undeniable fact. It is also undeniable that many Americans have actually been turned away at the gates. Okay, because the processing it ebbs and flows. Right now it's at a trickle. And it'll only decrease if we actually say that we're going to leave by August 31st. Because if you say you're going to leave by August 31st, well, you have to stop the processing days before that, because it takes a few days to extract all of our military personnel and all of their equipment safely, which a lot of people on the ground, by the way, think there's a very low chance of happening effectively. So we might leave things behind. If you do make it through the gates, again, you might not even get through at all. Americans that are stranded, we do have the ability to extract them. We do have the ability of special military units to go out and get them. But at least one occasion that I know of, State Department shut an operation down. They actually were about to leave. Our military was about to leave and go get Americans, and the State Department, without explanation, shut it down. The State Department's in charge in all of this. The Department of Defense is the implementers. Right? They might give it some advice, but the State Department's in charge. That's actually what's happening on the ground. It's important to note that even if you do make it to the gates, you make it past the Taliban death squads, you make it past the Taliban security perimeter, and you make it through the thousands of people that are potentially crushing you. I mean, our soldiers are picking up dead bodies because so many people have been crushed and trampled over by the crowds. If you do make it there, it's not as if there's a processed, it's not as if there's a line that people walk through and documents get checked. It's a Marine who has to stand up and yell in a bullhorn for some names on a list and just hope that those people are there. I mean, it's pure luck that people are getting in at this point. It's pure luck. And so to say that we're going to get everybody out by August 31st, that's fantasy. It's not true. It's a complete lie. So what are our options? Well, look, we have to acknowledge that the old plan didn't work and that the old plan has gone to hell. And we need to acknowledge that we now need to reset the chessboard, that we need a new plan. If as a country we actually care about getting our American citizens and our allies out, and I think we should. I think a lot of people agree with that. So what do? Well, we simply, first of all, say that we're going to stay longer. How much longer? As long as it takes. We will leave when we are ready, when we think that we've gotten everybody we want to get out. Carefully note, the administration keeps using this line that they're getting Americans out who want to be extracted. Well, here's the thing. They're actually counting people as not wanting to get extracted if they tried to get through with their family and we wouldn't let them through. So here's the scenario. A father of a family of four, let's say, is a U.S. citizen, but nobody else is a U.S. citizen, his wife or his kids. And so they've been told, well, you can come through, but not your wife and kids, so you have to choose. Now, Secretary of State says that's not happening. Well, we have multiple reports on the ground from this happening. And so now they're being counted as somebody, well, because obviously they're not going to leave their wife and kids. And so they're being counted as an American that didn't want to leave. So they're checked off the list. But of course they wanted to leave. And of course we should be allowing immediate family and even some extended family to leave with American citizens in an emergency situation like this. Protecting our people has to be a priority, but for this administration, it doesn't seem to be. Look, it is almost impossible at this point to get everybody out through the airport in Kabul. It's also a very soft and easy target. There's now reports that terrorist groups like ISIS might plan on actually bombing, taking a VBID, which is a vehicle-borne IED, taking it through the gates and launching attacks on Kabul airport. You need other options in a situation like this. We left Bagram foolishly. That had more airstrips and more capability to get more flights through. You just need more places for people to go. That has to happen at this point. Again, the situation on the ground has changed radically. We need Biden to recognize that. We need Biden to actually take action that protects American citizens and protects our allies, protects our dignity in all of this. He's refusing to do it. We need more public pressure on him to change course and do what's right here.